Hello everyone, my name is Dom with the Intuitive Couple, and today I'm proud to announce our second round of Psychic Mediumship Reading Christmas sales! Woo! So, mind you, last week we had a Psychic Mediumship Reading sale, and that ended, but we're proud to bring it back for a second week for those who missed out. If you don't know what the sale is, it's 60% off all Psychic Mediumship readings until December 19th. It's an amazing deal, amazing value, there are no time limits, and you have to pay when you book, because spots are limited. So go ahead, go to our Facebook or Instagram and private message us to book the reading. With that, let's go with the video.
Everybody, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, all right.
Can you say Happy Holidays?
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hey guys, I'm glad everybody is on. We are doing a special midweek. Okay.
Mom, let's
All right,
go,
say
let's
bye.
go.
Go.
Mario.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's Mario.
yes,
we
yes,
know.
we
You're
know.
Mario. They're
Let's
trying
go.
to. Tara was trying to cover the gamut. She called you Gummy Bear, but it's Mario today.
Oh, it's always something new. Always something new.
Anytime you think
Let's go,
All
let's
right,
All
go,
right, yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
Brown.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey,
Welcome back.
Kristen,
Welcome back.
Carrie, Katie, hi. Nancy, how you doing, girl? Rachel.
Great.
Rach.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Sherry. And Heather, hello. Chelsea, hi. Ima, hi. Pandemonium Therapeutic Massage and Cupping. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Definitely.
Yeah. Marlena. All right, guys, welcome. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in to Justin and Roseanne Cardoza, we're the Intuitive Couple. As you know, okay, that was weird. As you know, Justin is a professional psychic medium. He's been a professional psychic medium for over 17 years. He has done thousands of readings for people all over the world. And he's also known as the tragic medium because he usually has a theme that is being played out.
Unfortunately.
But not all readings are tragic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm his wife,
Yes, you are.
trusted advisor, confidant.
Many, many things. Rocio.
Yeah.
What's going
So
on?
I'm an intuitive as well. Okay. So, as you know, we normally go live Thursday and Saturday.
Well, no, it's usually
Saturday.
Just Saturday. For sure,
But we decided to go live tonight.
Yeah.
Why? You guys saw the commercial at the beginning? Okay. So how many people we got on?
19.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So, what I need you guys to do, if you're new on here, I need you to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified when we go live. Okay?
Right.
And please, if you can, share it, copy, give us the thumbs up. I need you to thumbs up it, because that is really a big part of the algorithm of YouTube. Other people will find us who need to hear a message. That is like the most important thing. And if you can, share it on Facebook. Share it to all those other groups out there, okay? Because somebody out there is needing to hear a message. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Kim.
Welcome back.
Rocio,
Welcome back,
hi.
everybody.
Welcome back. So, as we build our audience, we had a tremendous
response
from
Yeah.
our
The holiday
like
sale?
holiday special. I call it like the Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, like a holiday sale. And last week was crazy.
It was nonstop.
But then there were people who were contacting us because it ended last Friday, December 6th, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And they were like, oh, I missed it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So after much discussion, yeah, we decided to offer it again.
Right.
For one more week. So it ends actually, when does it end?
The 19th.
The 19th. So,
I think that's what I saw.
if you know, this is a big deal because it is 60% off a private reading with Justin.
Right.
Okay, you're paying $80 for a private reading that is not timed. There is no time limit. So let me
limited availability though.
Yeah, there's there's limit spots. Okay, so if you want to book, private message us over on Facebook and we can get that booked for you. Okay, now I'm going to put that in perspective because that is normally a $200 reading that you're getting for $80. Yep. So it is an amazing deal. And you know, and here's the reason why. I was like, everybody's doing great sales. I've gotten some really good deals on like Cyber Monday and Black Friday. That's why I wanted to do it. We're frozen. 19, we're going up and down. But I know for a fact that the reason why you want to...
It's fine now.
I think it's CPD, not the network. Network's fine.
Okay.
But anyway, I the reason why we did this is not just to give you guys an awesome deal, but it's because there's so many people, again, frozen.
Okay, well, the actual computer's freezing, not the network, because we're getting... Can you control delete?
Updated to Windows 10, evidently.
No, it did not update to anything. Click on control delete.
They can still hear us, so. Hello? Hello? Nope, they can't.
Yes, they can. We're live. You want me to put it to technical difficulties for a second?
Yeah, 1 second. Why? God.
Hello everyone, my name is with the Intuitive Couple, and today I'm proud to announce our second round of Psychic Mediumship Reading Christmas sales! Woo! So, mind you, last week we had a psychic mediumship reading sale, and that ended, but we're proud to bring it back for a second week for those who missed out. If you don't know what the sale is, it's 60% off all psychic mediumship readings until December 19th. It's an amazing deal, amazing value. There are no time limits, and you have to pay when you book because spots are limited. So go ahead, go to our Facebook or Instagram and private message us to book the reading. With that, let's go with the video. Hello everyone, my name is...
Okay, all right, we're back.
It starts like repeating, huh?
Well, yeah, they won't hear that. It's just a weird back-end issue.
That's
so they won't
weird.
hear it. Yeah.
Okay, so we had technical difficulties, but we are
right.
back, and we're back.
And
All
we're
right,
back.
all right. So now that we're back,
Okay, well, Dom said all that we needed to say.
yes,
So,
Dominic just said everything that we needed to say that
There
I was
we
saying
go.
before. So, with that being said, I believe that we had somebody who paid for a private, who paid for a card reading beforehand, and I believe it was
hold on, let's just look.
Katie, or yeah, I know. Hold on, but I'm looking.
So how's everybody's week so far? What, man?
Hi, Liesel. Hi, Caitlin Milton. She paid for a card reading.
Okay.
Oh man, I gotta tell you. You want to check on me? I'm just waiting to see if Caitlin comes back. Oh, there she goes, Katie. There she goes. Hi. Yes, it was me. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. All right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, hi, Lily. Sorry you had a stressful week. There you go.
Okay.
I think it's been a stressful year.
That's
I'm ready.
no joke. No
I've
doubt
had
about
one
it.
day off this week. The other night, care lady switched a day, and now she's 6. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm working tomorrow too. Oh man. Oh.
But at least the doggies got adopted.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, can you?
I can do
It's
that.
too quiet here.
Yeah, what is it? We need some rousing. Well,
That's because you're not running your yap.
I'm not. Well, I'm kind of distracted by my weird eyebrow I've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's people are Christmas
Oh,
shopping.
hey. Well, good. Happy birthday to your daughter, huh?
Well, happy birthday, Elias.
Falling asleep watching TV, falling asleep watching Hallmark movies. 'Tis the season.
Hi, Reaction South. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right, so we came on here tonight to just let you guys know that we are offering
Extending
the Christmas, the holiday
Yeah.
special, because we had such a big turnout, and there were people who missed out because the spots,
They filled up pretty
they filled
quick.
up pretty quick. So, we've already had one booking, so space is limited. So if you're gonna take advantage of it, this is the time to take advantage of it. Just private messages on Facebook. That is why we came on here tonight. Also, if you're wanting a card reading, look, this is the time of year we miss our loved ones. We need our, we're pining for them. But also, let's also remember this. There's also, because Christmas, man, once it's ended, it's done and over with. You know what I'm saying? We got this big buildup. And I hate New Year's. I'm not a big fan of New Year's. You know, I think it's sad. You know, there's
Not this year, dude.
no, I will be celebrating this year that it's done and over with. But for real. But I know a lot of people, you know, for myself, like look back on the year and think, what have I done this year that has been productive, you know?
Got through it.
Got through it. And it was by faith. But I'm saying that in previous years, I've asked myself that question, you know? Or what am I, yeah, and it's not a resolution. It's more about perspective, you know? It's about, because let's face it, people don't hang on to the resolutions. A lot of people don't. But if maybe we word it differently. It's about finding the perspective that we need to enhance our life better. Because, why'd you look at, you know, because then it doesn't put so much pressure on it. I think resolution puts pressure on people. And it's already on the zeitgeist that people don't stick to the resolutions, right?
Right.
So, and I believe in the zeitgeist. So, you know, if you know, put it out there that I'm going to join a gym and you don't, you know, 10 to 1 odds by February, the gym is...
That's an easy one to keep. You just go join the gym, but you don't have to go.
Right, exactly. But, so, it's about perspective. Everything is about perspective. And enhancing your life. So, as we get into the new year, this is a stressful time of year. So, these card readings that people... They want guidance. They want to understand, okay, what is it that they want for the next year? This is the time when you get the card readings. Because if there's ever a moment when there is clarity and, you know, justification of what you perceive is to be your next move in life, this is where it begins. Because remember, our life is a journey. It's a journey, folks. It's a journey. And I'm learning to be a more patient and kind person. Do you see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, I do.
But I'm being truthful, though. I mean,
It is true.
we all have tests that we have to go through, and sometimes we need clarifications on those tests. We want to make sure that when we get to that fork in the road, that do we turn left? Do we turn right? Because we definitely don't want to go backwards, right? Well,
Sometimes you have to.
sometimes you have to, and sometimes a lot of times you will. But it's all about the mapping. And being aware of what you see. So why we don't do one card pulls is because one card's, it's a misnomer. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't. I watched somebody the other day, and I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but he pulls one card, tells you, and nobody's like validating it.
No, well, it's because they don't care.
Right, and I care, and that bothers me.
I know.
3 cards is scratching an itch.
There's an energy to it, you know? I mean, look. It's I'm not even going to go into it. I'm just going to keep doing
Heyo,
me.
sorry.
Heyo. What up,
Yes, or
Savannah?
make a goal. Yes, hi Susan. All right, and we got Katie. Katie.
Well, I tell you what, Katie, you there? Give us a shout here.
Understanding can be an
chat.
eye-opener,
That's-
especially when looking back to help move on. Yeah, so if you're wanting to do a card reading, definitely think about it. We're not going to be on here for long tonight, guys. So, I did want to stress that.
Man, the one thing with Katie, though, is like, this should be interesting because Katie is wondering about everything. before I start pulling cards, I always try to tune into the person's energy.
Because
right?
that's what you should
Because
do as a psychic or a psychic medium. You read a person's energy.
Right.
Not their emotions.
Not the cards.
And not the cards.
And so it's like, this should be interesting to see where this goes. Katie is in a state of constant mild anxiety and a wondering of the future. Now, here's the thing, Katie. I know you're wondering about that, but I have to tell you, I'm not a fortune teller. Okay? Basically, what I do is, if anybody's seen what I do, besides communicate with those who have passed, it's basically trying to give you a roadmap to get around the obstacles that you're currently facing. Okay? The difference is that I don't have you tell me what those obstacles are. Right? I mean, that's where the comes from. Like, oh, wow. So, we ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay. So, right off here.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat, confirming what I said, right? The general anxiety that you have is like, it's interrupting everything. It's interrupting your rest. It's interrupting your sleep. Like, I'm taking it on me right now, and it's just this mild pressure right here in your chest, and you feel the tension right up in through your shoulders. Hey, man. And I'm feeling this tug of war of things that you want to do. I'm feeling this tug of war of everything. So you are in this constant state of limbo. Constant state of limbo.
Pull more cards.
I'm getting there.
I know, but I'm getting something too. And that's not how I work. Yeah.
Here, you pull them, I'll keep going. I'll just go with what I feel. You pull, you read, okay? All right, cool. So we tag teaming it. All right. 2 for 1.
Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I thought.
So, the state of limbo. This feels professionally, personally, in every aspect. And it feels like, you feel like somewhere along the way, you lost yourself. And you stop and you look and you say, how did I get here? And how do I get out of it? Well, here's the real question you need to be asking is, you can't ask how to get out of it when you don't know where you're going. So I see here another card that we got here is the activist card, right? So, and that means, correct me if I'm wrong, boo, but that you need to begin to speak up for yourself. But the problem isn't that you don't speak up for yourself, because you have nothing to speak up for, because you have no direction. You are busy mourning wrong choices, perceived wrong choices that you've made, and you lament on these choices and just waste so much time thinking about could've, would've, should've's.
So, the first card that he pulled, that I call the anchor card or the heart card, is the sleep card. Now, yes, you have anxiety, but you see, when we pull all the cards, they tell a story. And what he's talking about is also refers, it's always going to refer back to the sleep card. Because how can you know where you're going if you don't understand, like, what to do, or, you know, understanding the choices? If you're constantly focusing on the past choices that you made, which is apparent because the confidence card came out upside down, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But that sleep card is really important because it's saying to me, he looks at like sleep. I don't see that. No. Because it's right, right above the sleep card is the activist card. You're sleeping on yourself. You're sleeping on what Katie is all about. But again, what is she all about, right? So he's talking about the activist card, right? The activist card. Activist card is about activating yourself. And how do we do that? How do we do that? That's the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So proceed. Proceed. I want to say activist card is to activate yourself.
Right.
She's got to activate herself because she's sleeping on herself. Because there's
another way to look at it. Yeah.
Yes. I that's, it's just a hand in hand thing that I see with it. No.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with that.
But, you know,
So here's the thing.
I don't want to step on your read.
A little late for that. So here's the thing. You spend too much time looking backwards over perceived mistakes that you've made and wondering and pondering, saying, man, I should have done X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C. And instead of looking at those and extracting the lessons that they were meant to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why these patterns keep erupting in your life. The same things happen over and over, and this feeling of, see, what happens is you find something that interests you for a moment, and then you begin to you feel like there's, oh, this is it, this is my a sense of purpose, and you travel down that road for a little bit, and something happens, and you end up right back, and it keeps happening over and over and over, and it is because you're not extracting the lessons from the hurts, because you're such a sensitive soul. Right?
And that's the healing card upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're such a sensitive soul that when you get hurt, you retreat and pull in within.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easier to try to find something else to mask that pain and to ignore that pain rather than analyze what caused the pain and the lesson on and how to prevent it from going, learn that lesson on the soul level. Before going forward. Now, here's the thing. I know that you are completely 100% capable of extracting the lessons and moving forward. And in fact, what I know, you mentioned the new year, is that deep down inside, I know that you have made the conscious choice to do better in 2019, and that's what this card reading was for, is to kind of help get you some guidance on how to do that. So I'm going to give you the roadmap.
Okay. But let's change the vocabulary because it's not lessons. Okay? It's experiences. Everything we do in our life is an experience, whether it is a success or a failure. Okay? It's an experience. It's not until you have finally realized, you've had that moment of epiphany and you said, man, I am tired of making the same mistake again. Why isn't this working the way I want it to work? Then it becomes a lesson. Sorry, it's Roseanne speak. We have to go with my vocabulary that I've been taught.
Is it?
It is.
You're listening. That's good. That's what I'm laughing at. You're listening.
Because we get that very confused, because our life is made up of a bunch of experiences, and people intertwine those words, lessons and experience. No, everything in is experience. This moment right here is an experience. What you take from it will be what you extract from it. For instance, if a man beats the hell out of you for 10 years, or maybe you date a guy for 1 year. I'm not saying you. I'm just using an example. And you know he has all these X, Y, and Z qualities, but then you date another guy who has the same qualities, hoping that he's going to be different, but you get the same results, same experience.
Definition of insanity?
It is. But the lesson comes when you cognitively become aware that this is what's going wrong. Or this is what's going right. Now you can proceed. Sorry. But it's something that I teach in sisterhood. Those are my words. I mean, not my words. It's what I've been channeled and told for years. You should know this. You know that. Go. Chop, chop. Finish. I won't interrupt no more.
Really?
Yes. Go.
Okay.
Sorry.
So experiences derive lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that she should focus on the experience, and by focusing on the experience, it will derive the lesson, yeah? Okay.
So how many times have you had an experience in your life where you've repeated the same mistake over and over until you learned that lesson? Until you finally said, oh, I get it. I've witnessed this with you more than a dozen times.
A lot.
A lot.
But that's why I was saying we have to focus on... Okay, so it's an amalgamation of what we're both saying. In order to derive the lesson, you have to focus on the experience, but you have to change your mindset as to how to do that. What is this teaching me? How could this have gone better?
Right.
How did I react to this?
Right.
Instead of ignoring it
And here's this, the practice makes perfect. Stop looking for perfection. In our minds, we're constantly striving for the perfect bum, the perfect thing, the perfect moment. A woman gets pregnant. I got, a birth plan, thinking it's going to go perfectly. Nothing in life is perfect, people. It's a fact. Practice doesn't make life perfect. Practice makes life easier. That is what I tell my children all the time. So, from the experiences you have in your life, whether they're a success or they're not a success, you have to let go of the label of perfection. Proceed. Sorry, I won't interrupt. I'm done. I won't interrupt anymore.
Keep going.
No.
So what's the roadmap then?
No.
No, tell me.
Go. Go.
All right.
I did my part, you do yours.
Does everything make sense so far? What's up, Sergio? What's up, Natasha?
Hey, Natasha.
Katie, do things make sense so far? We're not too far off in the weeds, are we? I don't think we are.
No, I mean...
But I'm checking for comprehension.
Sure,
right?
sure.
You have to check for comprehension throughout. Otherwise, you get further behind. Very good. Okay, so being in this quagmire, being in this this limbo that you're in, you want to make 2020 better than 2019 was. The answer begins and ends with you. The answer for you is to really sit down and give conscious thought about where it is that you want to go. And I know that this seems simple. And for anyone from the outside looking in, they may say, well, what kind of advice is that? Well, it's advice that 99% of people, while they may regurgitate it, they don't put it into active application. What do I mean by this? When I say that it begins and ends with you, it means that you have to come to a full knowing and understanding of who you have become. Because what you don't realize, and this is where many young people miss it, is that when we go from a state of infant to toddler, there is massive change. There is massive change physically, there is massive change fundamentally, psychologically, emotionally, verbally. From toddler to tween and to teenager, there is massive change physically, emotionally. From teenager to young adult, there is massive change emotionally. And all throughout life, we go through these phases. And many young people don't take the time to truly come to understand who they have grown into. That grown person that they have grown into. And this is where introspection comes in to play. Many people have co-opted the word introspection, as I have come to see. Much as the same way that they have co-opted intuitive instead of psychic. Mm-hmm. But let me give you what needs to happen. You have to come to terms with all of the hurts that you've locked away. All of the hurts that you've locked away and refuse to visit. And I hear you saying, but Justin, I can't do that because it hurts too much. And I don't want to reopen that old wound. Well, the way that you do it is simple. You must go back to the very beginning and review your life, starting at every memory that you've ever had, but look at it from a third-person perspective as if you are looking at a movie. Without any emotional attachment, look at it from facts. Try to examine it from every character's point of view. And by character, I mean every person in your life and things that you are seeing and remembering. Now, that is true introspection. Then you can truly extract the lessons and see the ones that you have absorbed and the ones that you have been doomed to repeat over and over. Once you understand who you are, you begin to see the divine design in your life. Once you see the divine design in your life, you know who you are and whose you are. Once you are armed with that information, you can then better begin to get a hold of your future. You can consciously create your future. See, here's the thing. There is so much esoteric nonsense that is being spewed around the internet, Facebook, YouTube. All people that repeat the same things over and over because they heard someone else say it and it sounds very mystical and ooey-gooey. There is nothing mystical or ooey-gooey about what I am telling you to do. This is incredibly difficult, hard work. And you will either do it or you will not. Now, you may be saying, who are you to tell me to do this? Well, I did the work.
I did it too.
I have a book to show for it. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of that. Mm-hmm. Now, Does it answer all of your questions? No. But it gives you a firm grasp of who you are, which will lead into where you want to go. It'll give you a clearer picture because you don't have lingering doubts in your mind. That's the ultimate issue at hand. Is this making sense to you so far? Checking for understanding. Because I've said a lot. Okay. So that is only step one. I don't want to give you too many steps out of the process because here is why. If you take the time to truly figure yourself out and understand the woman that you have grown into and that you are continuing to grow into, everything else will become clearer and you won't need me. You won't need this.
Not me, but the cards.
This.
Right.
I would never refer to you as this.
I know. I know.
Things will become exponentially more clear for you. Okay, so one of the things that you wonder is like, where do your talents lie? This will become self-evident. I could sit here and tell you, but you would not believe me.
But see, that's the thing. Everybody wants that answer.
They want
That's
that
what we
answer.
go searching for. People pay a lot of money to get those answers.
And it's not that I don't want to give them. I could sit here and tell you all day long that you are great with people. Although you are an introvert, even though you feel funny talking in front of crowds, you are great with people and captivating. That is an incredible blessing and talent. Would you believe me if I say that? You know, probably not. You would want to, but it's one of those things that you have to come to accept for yourself. And so, allow me to clarify this, because I'm beginning to feel confusion set in. To make this as simple as possible for you, just begin to examine your past and your life. Confront those things that you're scared to confront. Look at them through a third-party perspective. Look at them through heaven's eyes. Begin there. Begin there. And things will become clear for you going forward in every question, in every gamut of it. Okay? Because if I was to sit here and tell you exactly what it is that, let's say I played fortune teller, that wouldn't do you any good.
No, because she has to process
You
this part
have to
first.
do the work
right
first.
It's like learning somebody trying to run without first learning how to crawl.
Right.
You can't skip the steps. And this is something we teach our light workers.
And it's one of these things where it's not an overnight thing.
No, it's a constant evolving process that never ends.
You know, when I used to teach, I've taught people many things throughout my life, whether it was in the financial arena or whether it was in manufacturing. And now this, I have a very simple theory, and that is, don't rush. Focus on doing things the right way, and the speed will come in time. Now, somebody said that same thing to me just recently, but in a totally different way, in a very catchy way, and I'm going to steal it. He said, take your time. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Ding. It's like, I say the same thing, except that not in that way. That's a very catchy way of saying it. So, take your time. You don't have to do it all in one night. You don't have to do it all in 1 month. Take your time. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. I have to give props to Kyle for that. Just in case.
Sure.
Okay.
It's important, though, just to know that this is a process.
It is a process.
And
anyone
you're
who tells
not
you
alone.
otherwise,
you're not alone in this. And the fact that you're back and you're wanting. The most important thing is that you're aware. That's the first step. Becoming aware of it. Now accepting the words that you just heard.
and doing the work.
And that's the action. The 3 A's that I always put into place. So, and remember, there is nobody, contrary to what many people believe in life,
Hey, Nora?
we don't climb bridges to enlightenment. We don't get to a mountain. You don't go someplace and achieve total enlightenment. It's not. It's impossible. Why? Because nothing is perfect. We're constantly evolving. Our souls are constantly evolving. Here, and even when we cross. But what's important is that you know that it's not a race. It's about just being present in the moment. And listen, we're gonna make mistakes. Even when you're aware of the experiences and you've taken that inventory and you're aware of the experiences and you think you're getting the lesson, right? You think you're getting the lesson. We're human beings.
Can I add something to this?
Please.
Because, something has come to my attention this week that I find incredibly disturbing, and it's something that I feel I must address. Is that even though you and I give card readings of this, and it's very heavy, when someone's loved one comes through, it's very heavy. When you feel called to work on yourself, and
Thanks. Thank you.
thanks,
Nora.
Nora. Much
you.
appreciated.
Really appreciate that.
Even though these things are heavy, self-introspection is heavy. Finding your faith is heavy.
Owning it
is heavy. So many people miss it.
I saw it.
Thank you, Rob. So many people miss this point. And that is, at no time am I telling you that this needs to be all-consuming. Because that is not balance and balance. You need balance. Do not forget to have fun. Do not forget to stop and love and laugh and all of the things that bring you joy.
Yes.
Because the ultimate reason for carrying and doing these heavy things is to increase the joy that our heart can carry with us.
Yeah.
Because our hearts, our souls, our minds only have a finite number, a finite amount of space. And if we are busy carrying around all of the hurts and the weights and those things, they take up space that we could use to replace with joy.
Yeah.
And Noro knows what I mean. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Fun comes in different ways. It comes in different aspects. I implore each of you, do not forget to... I hate to use a cliche, but stop and smell the roses. I've never been one for flowers. Don't forget to stop and pet a dog. Don't forget to play that video game. Tell somebody that you love them.
If you know somebody's lonely, you know, we're so caught up in the day-to-day chaos. When you just a simple act can bring you back joy, because it snaps you out of that moment. What's wrong?
No, and that's why there are times when we come on here and there aren't many readings going on, and we're just acting silly and acting foolish. We're just having fun. You know, that's important. That is incredibly important, and I really need to drive, if everyone on here, if you take away one thing from tonight, I want it to be that. Don't get so caught up in your spiritual development and becoming enlightened, which you're not going to achieve this time around. Not without fun. And not without some levity, not without some joy and happiness. Whatever that looks like for you. Inner child, I don't like that name. I don't like, you see what I mean? Like Shay, I understand what you mean, but
I think
be
she's
careful.
being facetious.
I know she is.
That inner child. The inner child
Fun.
is gone.
Don't forget to have fun. Fun. We must do fun. We must have fun. You have to have fun. You have to have fun. See what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Repetition. Up, down. No. The message carries the weight itself. We don't need silly parlor tricks.
No.
Anyway,
so does that make sense to you, love?
It is obviously resonating with some.
Well, yes, because it's kind of...
Shuffle
them up. Okay. Kristen,
Rob
got yours.
and
Rob.
Kristen, thank you.
Okay, so I'm assuming Rob is Pandemanium,
Right,
healing,
Rachel?
massage. I'm
Doesn't matter.
I just want to make sure, because I saw Rob come across
Pandemanium
this
Shadow Show?
That's what keeps going through my head. Pandemanium Shadow Show. Good, Kate. I hope you find it. And don't be afraid to check in. So, Rob, okay, I want to clarify. I had Pandemanium. I need to know, because it doesn't matter, but yes, figured it was easier. Thank you. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I saw it come across the screen, but it showed up differently on my PayPal message thing that came up. I was like, okay, wait a minute, what? And then, so Rob is next. And then, Kristen Carey. Okay. I will be shuffling as he is. Pandemonium, sorry. I'm thinking of, I saw it and I'm thinking of an album. But that's okay. You're welcome, Katie. You're welcome. And I'm sure if Justin wasn't tuning in, he would say, "You're welcome."
You're
too.
welcome. May I have a sip of your icy cold beverage to wash this down?
Oh my God. Always need some to break the
That's
ice.
some gourmet right there. I'm stealing it.
It was for you.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. I'm the one who placed the order. I placed the order for
Thank
you. That's what a producer does, is he goes and fetches.
That's not supposed to be my job.
Yeah, well, we don't have any interns yet.
The intern is still being raised.
Oh, jeez.
Wisest words we ever told our children. When we say, hey, go get this for us. Why do I always got to go get something? Because when I was your age, I had to fetch shit. Okay? I had to fetch shit. It is your turn to fetch shit. And then when you get to be my age, you can tell your kids to fetch shit. It was the funniest thing.
That's real.
It's real. All right.
It's a trickle-down effect. It's been in play for thousands of years.
Right. Hey, at least
So
you don't have to
you
go
can't
milk
break the chain
cows
now.
and stuff.
Hold up.
Go, outside.
They go make that cheese.
All right.
Go make that cheddar, but not the mozzarella.
You don't have a problem with mozzarella. Mozzarella. I don't like mozzarella. It's my least favorite cheese, and I'm Italian. Has some flavor. Needs a little salt when they're making it. Time that always works for James. James, go get me a drink. I'll time you. All right. Yes, preferably. He's drinking water. That's why he's drinking. Good old tap. Okay, there you go. Rob is on deck, sir.
Awkward silence.
Oh,
Not
he's
awkward
tuning in.
silence.
Rob, are you ready? I'm sure he's ready.
He's ready, but he's curious because this isn't normally something that he would do.
Well, I think this is the first time I've seen him on here.
He's not focused on any one thing because this isn't something that he typically does. There's something that made him say, let's see what they say about me. That's what I'm trying to bead in on right now.
Hi, Jolisa. Absolutely, yes.
Open-minded skeptic. I love that. I love that.
Because you are one.
I'm the biggest skeptic.
There's a hair in your drink.
It's yours. It's fine.
I gotta go check your file real quick. He hasn't had his medicine, right?
No, he needs to have it. Well, we will kind of just take it as it comes, and I appreciate you being open being open-minded. Most people, if they do something like this, and it's not something that they typically do, there's a lot of defenses up, and I don't get that from you. I just get a sense of a well-rounded nature from you. And a lot like me in the fact that it's like, well, hey, you just kind of go with the flow, like Floyd Mayweather, man, you roll with the punches. You never really get hit too hard. You just you're really adept at that. So let's see what happens, yeah? All right. Not yet, Jolisha. Not yet. All right. So first card that I got for you is the love card. This is the heart card, the anchor card, like Roseanne talks about. It's the card that everything else is based off of. This card explains that openness that I feel coming from you, and just a willingness to roll with the punches. I'm gonna get to something, because love is a centralized theme in your life, and while it's a centralized theme for everyone, this takes front and center stage for you in many ways. But first, let me continue on with the other cards that I got for you. Was don't compromise, basically telling me that your type of personality is that you don't compromise, but the central theme of love allows you to not compromise without causing strife and conflict. Okay. And you have this very deep belief in something greater than yourself that you allow to guide you. And while you may not consider it, or you don't want to ascribe to a god of dogma, you allow this consciousness that permeates everything, is kind of the way that you look at it, to help guide you, and that it's for the ultimate good. Some people say the universe. My background and my belief is that of a Judeo-Christian belief, so I am going to say God, and don't get put off, because I do not mean the God that you think of with the white beard sitting on a cloud creating Adam, the stuff from the medieval artwork. That's not what I mean. God is the all-powerful, all-knowing, the thing that we can never know that drives us. It's vocabulary. It's two speaking of the same things. Generous of spirit, obviously, yes. It's giving me insights into who you are. There's this generosity that boils underneath and drives you. Now, the one thing is that many people look up to you and would follow you to hell and back, but you don't consider yourself a leader. And I have to correct that for you. because you are. It is more of a lead by example type of person, and not the type of leader. You see, because you see the world for what it is, jaded. People who want to be leaders are often in it for themselves, and you would rather lead people for the good and have them follow you because it's what you're doing and leading by example. You've been feeling a call to look deeper into yourself. You've been feeling this stirring on the inside. It's a stirring you haven't told anyone about, because you don't even know how to describe it. Okay. It's this feeling of being called to look for something, but you don't know what you're looking for. This stirring has led you to start examining your life and the hurts, much like I was telling before. That's happening. Through this examination, you see the blessings that come your way. You see the blessings of abundance, but yet there's a sense of unfulfillment. A sense of peacefulness that is yet to be attained. And really, the main thing that sticks out to me, man, and I need you to stay open with me here, because I don't get a sense of confusion about where you're going, because you're just with the flow. You're just kind of like, you've got goals just like anyone, but those aren't the things that jump out at me. Because I read energy, I read intensity. What jumps out at me is really this long, stuffed away sense of unrequited love. Does that make sense? So everything I'm saying makes sense for you so far. I just need you to...
This is maybe.
I know. What do you get from this?
Well, I mean, love being the anchor card is such an... it's so, like... It's a very rare card. That card gets pulled first as the anchor card. But, here's the thing. Ow. It's a lot of positive cards here. You have love, believe, don't compromise, generosity, blessings of abundance, look deeper, and then you have the peaceful. The animals cards, to me, no, I wipe that. I don't read animals. That's not how I operate. So I don't operate on the level. The animal card to me speaks, and because it is catty-cornered with the love card, to me it speaks of an unconditional love. There's he's an unconditional, like a loyal person. However, what's interesting about this whole spread is that the you are a leader card is upside down. And when we have a card that's upside down, it is the opposite of what it means. Now, in your mind, we know we're a leader. Or, some people look, there's leaders and there's followers. But there is something that has stopped you from leading forward. Now, you mentioned being laid back kind of guy. And you see, it's weird because if I... Hold on. I got a parallel here with him with you kind of in a way.
That's the energy I'm getting.
So it's weird because it's a humbleness to where he doesn't want to... I don't want to say this. Okay, so I see a parallel with you and him. Mm-hmm. Did you feel that? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I walked in.
It makes,
Okay, so when I see the you are a leader card, and I see all these things about you, means that there is so much more of you that you have yet to discover. And if you have discovered what you just, it's there.
He don't show it.
He don't show it. And you don't believe it inside yet. And it's, there's a word, hold on, I was just about to say, because it's a feeling of, well, why me? Why would that, but why would I need to do that? Why would that be my, do you know what I'm saying? It's I'm not worthy of, who am I to do that? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. But the thing is, the root of that is from... I called it an unrequited love earlier, and no, it's not that. It was a toxic love early.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's...
Okay.
It's done damage. It's done damage.
And look,
on the inside.
you're a guy.
It's tough. It's tough.
And guys that come on here and get readings, this is a public forum. And mostly it's a lot of women. And women are very... open because we want that verification. You know what I'm saying? Women will have men cheat on them and they want every damn detail. They'll break a man's balls to the end of the earth to get every sort of detail. But when men come on here and it's different. It's a different vibe because, they have their guard up, emotionally. And this is a pretty, intimate reading. and it's in a public forum.
You know, here's the thing, man. Rob's
So-
a tough guy. Here's the
I was
thing.
gonna say,
Rob's a tough guy, and the exterior don't match these cards. His exterior does not match his interior, and he works very hard at keeping it that way.
Sounds like somebody I know.
And I'm
Okay,
trying
so,
not to blow
Rob?
it up.
Come, talk to me here. Is any of this making sense? You're amongst friends? Because if you saw the toxic love at an early age, I mean, Lily's like, I see that. Yes.
So here's the thing, man. This is like a general overall reading, right? He knows him, huh?
Hold on. Just come out and say it.
You see, here's the thing. Rob. I don't know what your end goal was for...
And look into that camera so he feels your energy. Because he feels energy. So let him feel your energy. Don't look at me like that. Just go.
I am. I don't know what the purpose of the card reading was for you, because you're a man who is in full charge of all of your faculties. You are a man who knows what you believe and what you don't believe. You are a man who knows what he loves and who he loves and that which he doesn't. And so the question becomes, what is the question here? Right? All of these things that have come out are just the inner you. So what is it that you seek? Confirmation for the things that you see out of the corner of your eye? Is that what you were seeking? That they are real? That you're not... that you're not just seeing things? I can confirm that. Do you need confirmation of being able to tell when something is wrong with someone before they tell you? Is that normal? It is for some. If this is happening for you, then it is normal. You see, you are in a unique position of having a fairly good understanding of yourself, having a fairly good understanding of the world around you, which is commendable. And so I'm really not seeing what exactly it is that you were seeking to get from the reading other than just curiosity. When someone comes into a reading with me without a clear-cut need of an agenda or a need of answers in some way, this is the type of reading that comes out. It's a general overall reading of who and what you are.
The love card.
The love card. So, is that what you're seeking? Because here's what I know. What I know is that the readings that I give are what people need to hear, not necessarily what they want to hear. Right?
And
so
I don't know how you found us. So
nor do I.
Right. So if you felt it was a a skeptic curiosity.
If that is his question, Lily, allow him to ask it, because here's the reason. I just got done saying that he is filled with love, so that can't be the question. There was a hurt with love in the past, and that is a difficult thing, especially the level of hurt that he went through. That is a difficult thing for any man to admit. Okay? And as a man, I am giving him... This is a proud man. A strong man. A loving man. A faith-filled man. A loyal man. And one that many around him do... No one acknowledges that for you. So perhaps that is what we need to do. Is that is what you need to hear. That at least someone out there sees you for the true loyal person that you are, regardless of any mistakes of the past.
But you have to ask the question.
I just need to know what it is that you're looking for. It's strange having someone come and not really have a set question in mind. Usually the question will appear to me immediately and I can give the answer, as well as if anybody has watched me for any length of time, you know that I'm not just going to answer a question, I am going to answer your question and give you a roadmap on how to achieve the answer. Right? There is no roadmap here. If it is a question of
or you got to go in with the intent.
You know, intent is a crazy word. Intent is short for intention, and
which I know.
Right. Okay.
I know you can schedule a meeting on Monday, but nobody shows up. But it was the intention to show up. What was the point? Intention means nothing. It's the act.
You must do.
Right.
So.
Wisdom.
I say unrequited love, I come back to that. It really is central to this whole thing. A crush, a this is the hurt that you speak, that I have spoken of. Thank you for the confirmation. And I understand, it felt, Rob, I am going to be 100% upfront with you. I was using it in the past tense because it feels in the past tense. Take from that what you will. Here is the thing. Do not allow your sense of loyalty and not wanting to be that guy to destroy your life. This is what you struggle with when it comes to this. You have lots of love to give. There are many women, people, whatever the case may be. Allow me to amend my answer so that it is broadened, not just for you, but for the many that are out there feeling the same way. Because this is a true statement for many people. That God creates us in pairs. Our souls are created in pairs of two. This is what a true soulmate is. Okay? God did not create you to carry the burden of mistrust. He did not create you to carry a burden of a sense of loss and misery due to a misplaced feeling of loyalty. He created you to be victorious. He created you to use your love to the fullest effect. And it is important for you to understand this one thing, that your love can be weaponized against you. And that is what is happening in this case. Love, loyalty, all good things can be used against us when in the hands of people who are corrupted by darkness and mental illness. An unpopular opinion, but it is the truth. And I'm going to give you one simple line. You will know when. You will know when. Because you know, as one man speaks to another, that we are not women. What would women say to another woman in a situation like this? You need to leave that person. Bah, 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 bah. Right? We know this. This is not a secret.
But you see, I did come from the unconditional love.
Yes, these are your cards. I mean, You're very good at interpreting them.
Thank you, Master.
Yes.
Sensei.
Here's the thing, man. Here is the thing. The reason that nothing came springing to mind for me is because you already know the answer. You already know the answer. You know you are worth more than the heartache. You know that you are worth more than the pain.
Mm.
You know this. But what keeps you involved? A misplaced sense of responsibility, a misplaced sense of loyalty, and a misplaced sense of it is just simply this feeling of a sense of responsibility for another human being, and you are not responsible for anyone but yourself.
We also mustn't compromise our peace within ourselves. We just can't. There's a line. It is sad when we have moments like this with people. And I do a lot of talking with women who deal with these very issues with their spouses or vice versa. And I don't ever tell people you leave that person, because that's not how I operate, because it's not about them, it's about you. So these cards are all immensely, it just glows with just a lot of light within you. But the upside down card of you are a leader is just, that's the tug of war.
May I?
Yes, please.
Rob, if you will indulge me for just a moment, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture this. I want you to picture that you are meeting the person that you've been incredibly fond of for a long time, or that you've just met and that you're incredibly fond of. You decide to meet, maybe have some drinks. You meet them there, you walk in, and you sit down and it's your first date. And you feel an immediate kismet. You feel an immediate knowing of who that person is. Like you've known them for a long time. You've known them in a past life. And this becomes increasingly self-evident over time. Because as you are sitting there talking, you begin finishing each other's sentences. And an immense joy washes over you. I want you to think about that, because that is out there waiting for you. Okay? That is out there waiting for you. It's happened to me. It's happened to quite a few people that I know. But that only happens once we overcome the dysfunction of love being used as a weapon against us. That's really all I can tell you. In order for you to achieve that, in order for you to experience that, That is all in your hands. You just have to believe and know that it's out there. I know it is. I know it for a fact. And so, that's really that. Okay? All right. Go ahead.
This is why I'm struggling with her. That's how we've been for the last almost 3 years.
Ooh.
Not being a leader. I'm going to add something to that. Look. And this is what I would say to the women that I work with. That unconditional love that you give somebody, because a lot of men would not. There's a lot of men out there who just, they bounce. There's a lot of men out there who don't even stick it out that long. So that says a lot about you. Like I said, that animals card, it means unconditional love to me, loyalty. But that generosity card that I see that is above the love is that you're overextending yourself. And in some ways, I think it's like you want to believe that it's going to get better. Because it's love. That's what we do. Love is that most powerful gift that we get, and we want to make it right, but we can spread ourselves so thinly that lines become blurred. And it's time for you to really, it's not, the don't compromise card is absolutely about you. You cannot compromise who you are as a person and where you go from here. This is very sad, and I'm very, very sorry that you've been doing this. But however, I also commend you, because there's not a lot of men, like I said, that would even do that. It's very, very ballsy. I mean, that's just, that's rare. But in relationships, we have to have a healthy balance. And not knowing all the details, and it's not our business, because this is about you. We mustn't, this is a beautiful reading. You have a lot of beautiful qualities about yourself. But at some point, we have to remember that mental illness, when we think, because we want to fix people. You want to believe, and you want to make them better and get back to what it was. But at what cost? Is it helping?
Self-preservation has to kick in at some time.
Right. Mm-hmm. Is it helping her? Man, that's a hard question. Oh, God. I mean, that just washed right over me. Mm-hmm. Like, I just got like, Is it helping her by I almost can't say it because it just makes me sad. Is it helping her by loving her so much that she can't, because you can't fix her? You have to find peace within yourself about this. And don't compromise on your own health. Spiritual, emotional, well-being. You're not giving up on her. Remember that, because in your mind that would be a disloyal thing. You have to find a way to help her. And whether or not you believe in God or I don't know, you could pray to the trees or the moon or the stars or Muhammad or it doesn't matter to me. It's the big amigo. You're going to have to look deeper within yourself about what is best for you and her. So are you enabling her? I know I can't. She's such a good spirit. So maybe it's time for you to pray on that. Don't pray for strength. Don't pray for strength for her. Pray for wisdom. Listen to me. Pray for the wisdom to find what it is that you need to do to help this situation resolve itself. Whether you continue on or if it ceases. Right. Absolutely, Rachel. You can't compromise yourself. You can't, because the flame goes out within yourself. It goes out. The owl. What do you mean, the owl? Justin. He said the owl. Kristen Carey. So, the owl explained. Kristen, are you here? Rob, I'm going to tell you at this point, you're going to have to turn to prayer. And it's okay. We all need help. Wisdom. My gift yesterday was an owl. Popped up right in front of me. Wisdom. Don't dismiss the signs. And listen, hey, guys, look, I encourage you, if you're a gentleman, and you're on here, think you love and light. Befriend Justin on Facebook. I highly encourage it. Here's the reason why. Because I'm always in awe when you're getting a lot more males that are coming on here.
I've noticed that.
And I'm really impressed by that. That's bravery, Because these guys that are coming on, man, it's because, they're very...
Not like me. It's the fact that,
You got Sergio, and you got Neuro, and,
I'm fairly certain that it's because they know I'm legit, and I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way. Just is what it is. But it's also the fact that I'm not ooey gooey stars and
go out and see the full moon tomorrow night. It's gonna imbue you with the power.
It's gonna recharge you.
It's gonna recharge you.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
the moon does do weird things, but I'm just saying, when it push comes to shove, we need hard answers. And I've never heard the moon talk to me.
Roseanne.
I'm sorry. It's just me.
A lot of people love that, though, man.
Go back inside.
That's what the moon says. No, I said.
Go back inside before I make Geo crap.
I 100 agree with Justin on that one. Big Bro hugged Rob. All right. See, Sergio
Yeah,
got
man.
you too. Yeah, befriend Justin on Facebook. He's also on Instagram, guys. The Tragic Medium. You know, don't be afraid to. We have a community of people that, you know, we try to. Everybody supports each other. Some people call it a soul family, a soul group, whatever. But the thing, hey, Tim Carey just came on. Hey, Tim.
He's like,
See?
hey, don't forget me.
Don't forget Tim. And I gotta tell you, I'm completely blown away by the guys that come on here. I mean, I really kudos to you guys. I think it's damn ballsy.
Well, you know, here's the thing, man. The problem is that,
You're not wearing a turban, that's why.
well,
I mean, we can break
there's
it
a lot
out.
there's a lot of factors that go into it, and you know what I mean.
You
Like
tell
there's a lot of
people-
guys. Look, there's a lot of guys that are into this sort of thing. The problem is that the people that are doing this sort of thing don't resonate with many guys
Because they want
And
the
know-
truth. That's what they
know what I'm
want.
talking about.
They
You
don't
guys know what
want
I'm talking
one card that says. They don't want one card that says, you know.
about. Dude, I don't even like using the cards. I really don't.
I know.
You know what I mean?
He was listening from my phone prior. No moonbathing for goddess groundling. No. You know where I find my strength? The groundhog. He's a powerful creature, that one.
ballsy.
It's a joke. I'm joking. Lightening up the mood. Don't sleep on the groundhog. You might just relive your day over and over.
You got the groundhog card. You got the groundhog card.
Instead of the 4 cups, you got the groundhog. Oh my God, Natasha, draw a picture of a groundhog. Let's make a whole deck of groundhogs. You know how they have magic cards? Like, not Magic the actual card game, like D&D, but, you know, like magic cards, like for magicians. That's for the a-holes who read cards out of a book.
Oh, you guys are getting vicious. Okay.
The groundhog will turn the ceiling lavender. It does. Wolves howl at the moon. We eat the groundhog. Is that your spirit animal? A wolf? And I'm being serious. Okay.
My spirit animal is the murder horse.
Yeah.
I've decided.
Yeah, Justin's spirit animals. They're murder horse, and if you're interested in knowing what that is, it's the unicorn. Okay. I am shuffling for
Kidding.
Kristen's laying next to me, so I heard you call her name, so I thought I'd come and join. Welcome. Welcome.
I'm gonna let you do this one. See, the thing is with Kristen, man. I mean, I'm seeing it more in.
Wolves and owls. Yeah. Well, welcome. We have several wolves in our clan.
So, with Kristen. I'm gonna call this one before you dole out the cards.
Okay. Speak it. Kristen, you ready?
Kristen, it's important for you to not get so caught up in the day-to-day struggles and worries that you encounter. The struggles and worries that you encounter, while serious, if focused on for too long and too hard,
Yep.
you will waste away your time. You will fail to receive the joy that is due to you. You will fail to see the goodness that surrounds you. because you are wrapped up in worry and anxiety. A certain amount of worry and anxiety is normal, but it is important that you also find balance, and this seems to be a theme of the night, is balance. Earlier I said that it is important for everyone here, even if on a spiritual journey, which we all are, it is unmistakable and undeniable that we are, but it is important that we still find a way to maintain a healthy balance and have time to unwind and have fun. Especially when it comes to reconnecting with those closest to us. Do not allow stress and worry about things that are beyond your control drive a wedge in between you and your support system. This wedge happens not intentionally. It never happens intentionally, but it happens from a very myopic view. And when we get into a myopic view of our struggles and worries, and you know what I'm talking about, it becomes our sole, single, solitary focus. And it's a focus that ultimately we are powerless against. And we focus on it solely because it gives us an illusion of control. And many find that illusion of control comforting. I implore you, find a way out of that myopic focus, even for a few moments a day.
So, Kristen, is this resonating with you? Yes.
Because the wedge comes not only between you and your support system, but you and yourself. And when we focus on the things that we cannot control for too long, we lose a view of who we are. Okay?
Yes.
So don't.
Again, I'm just going to tell you right now, like here, the practice makes perfect card came out. It came out as the anchor card. And I'm pretty sure that we had a lot of the same cards last time.
The cards will not change.
They're not going to
anytime
change
soon.
because you have a wise decision.
Allow me to
Sorry?
give some insight.
Please do.
Is there a problem?
Oh, no.
The troubles and the trials that you face will only increase the more that you focus on them. By this I mean it will become all you can see. It is good to be proactive and caring and responsible, and to do the things that need to be done. But it is equally as important to enjoy time and to enjoy the love that you are surrounded by, and to not be consumed by problems. Let me put it to you this way. If you were an artist and you loved to paint and draw, and a client of yours tells you to, hey, I need a painting of X, Y, and Z, but you can never get it perfect, or that was all that you could focus on, you would begin to lose your joy. You would begin to lose that and forget why you started playing to begin with. Forget why you began to start painting to begin with. This may be a poor example, but trying to keep things in a private realm for you I'm finding difficult. But you understand what I mean. I can feel you understand what I mean. It is something that you've kicked around in your downtime, in the time before bed, before going to sleep, and you say, okay, I'm going to do better tomorrow, but yet you don't, because you get so hyper focused on the issues at hand. And so I'm calling it out today, so that when you do become hyper focused on the issues at hand, it will trigger a response in your mind to say, oh, I am being hyper focused on the issues at hand. Which should then trigger your mind to consciously choose to not focus on that, and instead shift your focus to that of love and that of happiness. Does that make sense? I know it does, but I want to make sure that it does for her. And the stress, anxiety, or fear that you have, is it over something that's controllable? So often the answer is no. But let's see. Kristen, the stress, anxiety, and fear that you are feeling, is it over a situation? But you wish. That is the problem. They are not controllable things.
Thanks, Jaleesa.
They are not controllable items. But what good does wishing do? A wish is an empty thought.
Dreams are nothing more than a wish, and
How
a wish
did
is
I know you were going to go
wishes. Dreams are nothing more than a wish, and a wish is
It's nothing more
than a dream.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you want to continue on with the bubbles?
I'm not interrupting you. Just keep going.
It's fine. Yes, you can help but stress and worry. Because don't you see that the lack of faith in a resolution for the ultimate good, do you think God would allow things that aren't for the ultimate good? Because if that is the case, then there is a lack of faith, and where there is a lack of faith, therein lies the stress and the worry. Because when we lack faith, stress and worry become our God. When we lack faith, stress and worry are the things that we can control. The stress and worry have to be given to God. There's no other way around it. What do you gain from stress and worry, Kristen? What do you gain? Other than illness, premature aging, strife, an abundance of bad things across the board, ill feelings, stomach ailments. All of these things are brought on by stress and worry. Let us contrast that. What do we gain by faith? Anyone? Does anyone have any answers for that? Let us engage. What do we gain from faith? Do you know?
What do we
Listen to
gain
your
by
husband.
faith?
What do you gain by... So, I have already given the rundown of what you gain from stress, anxiety, and fear. What is there to gain from that other than physical illness, premature aging, stomach ailments, strife in the home?
Fear.
Right, it is fear.
Fear.
But what can we gain from faith?
Love.
Joy, happiness, worry-free,
Control. Control over our anxiety.
peace, joy, the love of God. Exactly. So you see what is happening here, and this is for everybody. No matter what you are stressed on, no matter what that is, you are operating from one of the two emotions that humans are capable of. There are only two: love and fear. And when we are operating from fear, that is when we are stressed. That is when we are anxious. That is all of those things. That is when the physical ailments set in. And so I implore you to find faith.
And we say we have faith, but our faith gets shook.
So when our faith is shaken, when our faith is broken, do we have a fallback? What do we do? That is where hope kicks in. And not for hope of a resolution, but for hope in the fact that God will have mercy on us and restore our faith, that He will find a way to provide us some grace and show us the mercy that we need to have faith restored in Him. That is the purpose of hope. So when you hear people speak of hope and faith, they are two sides of the same coin, yes, but I hold faith higher. But when our faith is shattered, we must hold on to a hope that God will provide us a way to get back to that place of faith. And He always, always will. Because heaven is watching over you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dirty.
Something always to break.
Tub?
Yep.
Okay.
And time to say bye.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, go.
Bye.
Be with you shortly. He's dirty. Oh, baby.
Isn't that fun? Way to break the tension. And you said peaceful. And look what came up out upside down. Emotions. What? How many of us can relate to that message? That's the thing. Isn't it amazing that he gives a message to somebody, but that's why I say in the beginning, share. Share. Because there's somebody out there that this person's message is going to resonate with somebody else. You know why? We're all...
Humankind doesn't
change. We all suffer. We all have pain. We all have our highs and lows.
Daddy.
But we all are one.
Mama. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Alright, bye.
Okay,
Goodbye,
I will take care of
Nana.
it. Let's go.
So here's the thing. Okay, give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Two
I
minutes.
got it. I got him.
Give me 2 minutes, G.
Do take a picture of our cards, though, so she can send it to me.
Okay.
You did? I know.
Okay, so,
Don't forget to mention that.
yes. So here's the thing. Hey, Ima. Stop trying to do it all yourself. You have Tim for support. But more importantly, you have to find the faith that everything is going to work out for the ultimate good. And if that faith is broken right now, which is completely understandable, we must pray and fall back on hope, but not fear and anxiety. When we are filled with fear and anxiety, there is no room for hope. Hope and faith cannot occupy the same space as fear and anxiety. It just can't. So that is ultimately, and it's what came out when Roseanne pulled the cards here, and we will take a picture of it and send it to you. You know, we will keep you in our prayers, obviously. But we've got to work hard to get over to that place of get to a place of hope and faith and or faith. Okay. Does that make sense for you? So, Kristen, we're going to shift gears here a little bit now. You're trying to work on it. I want you to examine. Oh, I know it's easier said than done, but I want you to examine what you just said, that you are trying to work on it. Trying to work on it doesn't mean anything. You're either working on it or you're not. Trying to work on it is not. I need you to. I need you to commit to making the change now. It will not be easy. I need you to commit to not trying to make that change to hope and faith, but commit to it fully, wholeheartedly. I know you can do it. We all know you can do it. It is a matter of choice. It will not be easy. But the way is very simple. When you begin to feel yourself filling with anxiety, because there will be moments where you do not realize that you are in a state of anxiety, but when you begin to circle the drain, you know that you are there. And instead of wishing for it to go away, choose to say to yourself, God, take this off of me. This is not how I am meant to be. And choose to find something that you love and focus on love. There is no trying with this. Love and fear do not operate in the same space. You can't. It is a physical impossibility. I need you to commit to that. Not to me, but to yourself. We are past the point of trying. We are past the point of working with kid gloves. Do it. Either do it or do not. And understand that I know that it is not easy. Lord knows I know that it's not easy. And it's not going to change overnight. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is to stop deluding yourself with the I'm trying. Because I'm trying never means anything, and that is for every one of us. I'm guilty of it. We all are. It's a very human thing to do, a very human thing to say. I'm trying. No, you're not. You know you're not. I'm trying is an excuse. Your roadmap is this. When you feel that anxiety, look, the anxiety and things are not going to change a thing. Your anxiety isn't going to change one thing at all. It's not controlling anything. But what you can control is the way that you choose to, the lens through which you choose to look at life. And we have to begin transitioning to that of love rather than fear. Because you've been built in the image of God and you are worth so much more than what you are allowing yourself right now. Okay? And so I don't need you to say anything on here, but I need these words to get through to you. The time for trying is over. The time for commitment begins now. Okay? I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I want to thank each of you for hanging in there through the card readings. But see, Kristen, that is where you think you can't help them, but you can. By growing your faith. By growing your faith. This is why I'm telling you this. It's incredibly important. Pray for wisdom, pray for grace. And if you find faith to be impossible, lean on hope. Okay. With that, I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out and sticking with me through this. I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know what you'd like us to talk about. But I'm incredibly thankful for each of you for being brave and coming on and sharing. And your generosity of spirit is incredibly appreciated. We will be back on Saturday night. What is today? Today's Thursday. So we will be back on Saturday night. Wasn't my energy that day. What do you mean, Jaleisha? Yes, Lily, thank you for coming out. Definitely. Thanks, Sergio. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And Rach, good job. Great job today, Rachel. I appreciate it. Jaleisha, what do you mean? Wasn't my energy that day, was it? What do you mean? It's an interesting question. It's an interesting thing to say. When? Yeah, and Jaleisha, I haven't forgotten. I know. Yeah, man. They scoping me out. I feel like they're still scoping me out, man. We're gonna see Saturday afternoon, though, right? So I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. But yeah, man, thanks everybody. And remember, we extended that deal.
Go ahead and put it on
Right?
the video.
So, oh my God, man, my hair. I'm like a mess. Yeah, no, definitely. We gonna get you squared away, Jaleisha. Don't worry. Everything will work out. Alright, so hey, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, as always. And you guys have a great night.
Hello everyone, my name is with the Intuitive Couple, and today I'm proud to announce our second round of Psychic Mediumship Reading Christmas sales! Woo! So, mind you, last week we had a Psychic Mediumship Reading sale, and that ended, but we're proud to bring it back for a second week for those who missed out. If you don't know what the sale is, it's 60% off all Psychic Mediumship readings until December 19th. It's an amazing deal, amazing value, there are no time limits, and you have to pay when you book, because spots are limited. So go ahead, go to our Facebook or Instagram,